Well, mortgage rates are really starting to come back down, and in the last week, 30-year loan rates went from just over 8% to the mid 7% range. This morning, our real estate expert back with us, Lane Lyon, is a managing broker with Caldwell Banker. Lane, good morning.
Jordan, good morning to you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so this is a big problem right now. So what factors exactly have tipped the scale in interest rates?
Well, a big factor is newer economic news that shows the economy is starting to cool off a little bit. The jobs report, inflation, may be a sign that the Fed has made it just painful enough for consumers to slow that spending down.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we start to see interest rates go down, and that's what we've seen. So if we think ahead, if the Fed decides to not increase the Fed rate later this year and into next year, we could see mortgage rates continue down on this downward trend.
Okay, well, that's good.
Probably not in the 3% range like
Right.
we've seen before, but just enough, I think, to help with confidence to get some of those home buyers off the sidelines.
Now, you were saying in the midst of all this, the best option is still that buy down option.
It really is. If you have the option to either ask a seller to reduce the price or to help you with a buy down wins every time. I brought an example to show you, in fact, Jordan, this morning. Let's pretend we're going to buy a $600,000 house. We're going to put 20% down. We've got great credit. If we ask that seller to take the price down by $10,000, we will save $49 a month.
Okay.
Every little bit helps. That's nice. But if we do the 2-1 rate buy down, same amount to the seller, it costs $10,000. What we will see is 2% off that first rate. I think I've got another graphic here to show you the savings here. That actually brings us to that first year, $630
Wow, that's a good chunk of
savings a
change.
month. Yeah, big difference from $49. That's in year one. Year two, it goes to 1% off the current rate. So it goes up a little bit. You're still saving $322 a month. The idea is we'll be able to refinance, hopefully at some point during that process. So it costs the seller the same, makes a big difference for the buyer, and that is what's really driving a lot of the business right now, I think, for realtors, is that we help our clients understand that it's not so much about the rate, it's about the payment, which at the end of the day is what we're really worried about if we're financing. There are still ways to help bring that interest rate down even now.
So last time you were here, or not the last time, but when you were here in the spring and the summer, usually we're talking about how crazy the market is. What about this time of year? Now that we're in November with the time change and everything, is this still a good time to sell a house?
It's a good question, because a lot of people say it's the end of the year and we're seeing the rates go down. What is the market like? Seasonality plays a big difference in that. And I will tell you that we start to see a little bit of market activity this time of year because it's Colorado. What happens in the winter? A lot of people come to visit us, right? They're doing something in the mountains. I don't know what they're up to up there. But we tend to see more visitors. We tend to see people moving here. They've got jobs that start January 1st. They want to be in their new house by the holidays, for example. Yes. So if you are buying, the buyers tend to be a little bit more serious this time of year. If you're selling, not as much competition. Your neighbors aren't on the market yet. So there's opportunities really on both sides of that. I think if we continue to see the interest rates tick down even just a little bit more in this direction, we're going to see some pent-up demand. And our spring season, which can sometimes start as early as January, we might see that again just because people are going to say, all right, I'm tired of waiting. Let's get in the game now. We can make this happen. So we're optimists, of course, in real estate land, I have to admit. But I really feel good about the trends that we're starting to see. And if you're selling or buying, I think you should as well.
Well, it wasn't competitive until you said that just now, and now everybody's been putting their house on the market.
Hey, we're okay with that. The truth is we need the inventory.
We listen.
Hey, thanks so much.
Lane, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.